Howdy, cowpokes! Welcome back to Dogwoods and Dustbowls. Today is episode 4, the final showdown, and it is the finale. So, who thinks that they can do a recap and gain the recap advantage for our last episode?
I think I can. Okay, so here's what happened. We went to a witch's house, and she said, well, yeah, I can help you with the temple gang as long as you help me find my friend, who is also not a jackalope, the other one. The little bunny with the unicorn head.
An
And
Almirage.
Almirage, that's right. And so we went down into a cave because she turned us into them as well. And we went to the underground burrow of an Almirage town. And we found Maurice was his name?
Was it?
Hey, we found the gentleman friend that we were looking for, and he said, well, I'll help you by going back to the witch if you help me kill some snakes. And we said, how many people are we trying to help here? And okay. And we hopped around and we got into a fight with some snakes, and it was pretty easy.
Do you remember what they were before they were snakes?
They were bad beavers. They were beavers. They were badgers. They were buffalo.
They were badgers. Do you remember what turned them into snakes?
Oh, I just assumed that they were snakes voluntarily. I had my own stuff going on. I was just, I didn't participate in the fight because I was busy reading a book about how centaurs are a thing and that I'm not a freak and I can be accepted among my people. So,
I made a wish on Bess's tum-tum.
Yes, she did. She made a wish. We wrapped up that quest. We fought the snakes very easily, and then came back with the Almirage in tow. The witch said thanks, and I'll get you on your way. And the house started moving, and then, well, before that, she fixed us up into our regular personas. But what Vicky and Rev don't know is that I am half horse, half human. I was transformed from a real horse into not a full human, and I didn't know that centaurs exist, and she gave me the option. She healed me into a regular centaur with none of the weird freaky deaky patches and tails and crane legs that were a side effect of Miss Taffy May's creams that we were applying. And so she gave me that book, and she turned me and she said, well, you can be whatever you want. If you want to be a full human, or if you want to be a horse, or if you want to be a centaur, I'll do it for you, girl. And that's the decision that I'm wrestling with, and we are in a moving house. How'd I do?
Good enough. So you had returned Malachi to Aldonza, the witch in the wilds, and as soon as you had all returned, the house, which had been invisible before, and she summoned it out of thin air, and was sitting on 2 chicken legs, it began to move. So you're currently running through the desert. And when I say chicken legs, it's more like Roadrunner legs, because this house is fast. There's a little bit of a tilt to it. You kind of feel like you're on a ship because the whole thing is moving a little bit. Yeah, you have to find something to hold on to. But the building is just zipping through the desert, leaving a trail of dust behind, headed back to the town of Dogwood. And this witch that some clever eyes who had signed the paper noticed her real name is not Odonza. Some of you may have noticed it is Baba Yaga, who is a witch that some of you may have heard of before, who is notoriously dangerous, but also very powerful. She's sitting cross-legged with her hands on her knees in a very delicate pose on one of the cushions in her living room, watching all of you as this house speeds towards town. Now, you have a little bit of time. If you would like to do anything in that time, prepare yourselves before you get to Dogwood, now is the time to do it.
How are we all doing on HP? Do we need a rest? A little baby's rest?
Still have the 8 temporary hit points that we got last time. Okay. I'm doing spectacular then.
I did not get injured last time, so I am good.
No snake bites.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm down 1 spell slot in level 3, but I don't know if we've got enough time for me to take a nap.
Well, you don't actually know at what point the crew is going to get to town. You don't know when the temple gang is going to be there.
Well, wake me up when we get there, folks. Trying to recover all my spells.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before you go to sleep, I feel like I should just say something to y'all.
Sure.
I have a secret, and thanks to Miss Yaga, I have accepted myself. I am and I look to Taffy, and I look at the paper, and what does it say? What's it called again?
I come over and I whisper it so that you get to say it. It's called a centaur.
I am a centaur, and I did not know previously before today what that even meant, but basically it means that I have a horse's body, and that's what's under my bustle, so that's why I'm real touchy about it. But I just learned that that's a thing that people actually are, and I am not a freak, and I am... It's taken me a long time to get to this journey, so please accept me for who I am, and I'm excited to fight the temple gang and be who I am. And I take off my skirts.
Freed from the bustle. Now you all see that the lower half of Calliope Horsefoot is Centaur. She's half horse.
Which, is this indecent? I apologize, but I'm really ready to embrace who I am.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I do a little dressage.
I'm sure that feels wonderful now to get that off your chest.
Wait, look. And I want to hold up the new mirror that Baba Yaga just gave me to you, so you get a good look at yourself.
Oh, now that I know this is a thing, I feel much better about myself. I can't wait to meet any others.
Calliope, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
Did you ever have a duck leg?
You can't just ask someone if they've ever had a duck leg.
Even I know that's rude.
Well,
tell me why you're asking there, Vicky, before I answer.
Well.
Did you steal some of my cream?
No, I quit. Wait, what?
What the hell else?
Here's what happened was, okay.
Duck legs?
Okay, so here's what happened. I feel like y'all should know the full story. So when I was a real horse once, I was just a regular horse, doing horse stuff, and I had a friend, his name was Little Timmy, and
I miss little Timmy.
Little Timmy, and he loved me. He was my best friend. And one day, he made a wish. He made a wish on Bess's belly, who has magical powers, and he wished for me to become human. Either he didn't wish hard enough, or he got distracted. He is a child, and those, they're all over the place. So at any rate, I got transformed into not a full human, just a half, and have been cursed by this knowledge and felt like a freak and had numerous amount of anger issues and other psychological problems while dealing with that. And my sweet friend Taffy May here was trying to come up with a concoction to give me human legs. And, we got close. We did change our leg, and so I feel Taffy May should be commended for that. Thank you, Taffy May, for trying.
You. And I got one patch that was like a hair remover, which I can still tweak if anyone's.
I did see that.
That will be. Wait, so okay, how
you did?
How do you know about all that?
Were you peeping?
No.
Were you peeping in our bush when we were having a conversation?
That's a horrible sentence.
It is a horrible sentence. It would be a horrible reality too.
It was not peeping in your bush. Yeah, you hear how it sounds when I say it back. No, I was convinced there was a cannon or something underneath that bustle. So, like any curious shape changer, I shape changed in the privacy of my own home. But I had a goose, duck, bird leg, and I was very confused because then I shape changed into, Blanche over there, and I was just a cat, so I was very confused about what magic was around you that made me turn into a beautiful duck-legged creature.
Well, now you know, and also I hope you learned something else, which is don't shapeshift into your dang friends. It is a violation of privacy, and I kept my shit under a bustle for a reason, pardon my French.
I just felt beautiful. I'm sorry.
Not with a crane leg.
Even with the crane leg, I felt, like you see yourself. I got to see yourself through my eyes. It was,
Well, shoot, Vicky, flattery will get you everywhere, but don't do it again.
I pull out alcohol.
Baba Yaga watches all of this with no expression, just listening, peeping in bushes and cannons under bustles, and
Yeah. And you only need to do one more, and then you got a full set of best friends. You've done us all, except Wendell.
Oh, I know
I'm
that.
afraid to turn into Wendell.
Well, Mr. Wendell,
Yeah.
perhaps
You
this is something that, what? Do not make fun of me. Do not laugh, Mr. Warren. Mr. Wendell, perhaps this is something that I will give to you instead. And she reaches into one of her sleeves and she pulls out what looks like a little train whistle. Just a little silver whistle on a string, and she puts it in her hand and she holds it out to you and she says, I must warn you, this is a one-use item. You use it once, you'll never be able to use it again without consequence. Free advice, you're welcome. But
Thank you.
you use it when you need some help.
I'll remember that.
You better.
I'll keep it secret and I'll keep it safe.
Well, you better.
In this upper pocket with no button or zipper, right here.
Only dire circumstances, and you will never know the consequences of blowing that whistle, but...
Well, I
It's
hope
yours.
we don't need to do it, but if we do, at least we know the option is there.
Let's
Y'all
just
ask
say-
any questions about that whistle and any hidden.
All I will tell you is
Consequences.
that I will come to your aid. That is all you need to know.
That sounds like a great deal without any other side effects.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Consequences.
Of course.
Sounds like it's exactly what you said it is.
Yes.
You know, if anyone else had said that sentence, I would have thought there was sarcasm in it. But I feel like that was sincere.
Well, I have learned my lesson about unseen consequences about trying stuff. Just ask Taff and May about her creams. Although I do think that you have a great idea with hair removal. I think that's gonna be just a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in a period of time where people like to shave, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. Let's think tank that later. I can help with Brandon.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to fight, right?
We are
Like
almost
real
in
life?
town.
Should we do can we do like a training montage? So I don't know how to fight. I know I went to Monolith. Oh my, Vicky, your eyes just went real bright.
Yes, I like to fight.
Well, I don't know how to. The way that I fight is with my words and with my looks. I give you just a bam, and then you know you're in trouble, and then that's kind of the extent of it. See, exactly. I'm sorry, Blanche. I should have warned before I whipped that out.
I
Teach-
thought
I'll teach you
Blanche on
something.
the head.
I'll teach you a style that I've taught many friends of mine. We call it the Choi. It's exotic.
Is that it?
No. See, you're so good with your words. When you're out there using your words, I'll be coming around throwing knives into their backs. You are exactly the Choi.
I'm the Choi. I like it.
Yes, you are.
A bok choy.
How is that spelled? Decoy, D-E-C-O-Y?
I don't know.
Oh wait, I can't spell. Don't
Oh,
listen
you-
to me. I don't know how to
Don't
You're
read.
learning.
Don't
Alphabet.
worry about it.
I don't know her.
Anybody know how to do rope tricks? I got this new belt. I guess I could use it as a weapon.
Well, or some sort of grappling device at the very least.
Try it out. We haven't seen how it what it does.
No?
I gotta take a nap though.
Okay,
Good
take a
night.
nap. Good night.
He's just laid down in a corner.
Yeah.
So the rope, again, it looks like just a very plain rope, just braided hemp. But if you look closer, it has this shifting veil over it that shimmers like stars. And Taffy May, if you'd like to practice with it, you absolutely can, and you can attune to it.
I would like to practice and attune to it.
Perfect. Just do some rope tricks. Will you make a quick performance check for me?
I
Let me see
will.
how well you do.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
24.
A 24. Those of you that are awake, Baba Yaga, Blanche, Calliope, and Vicky, you're captivated by this show that Taffy May begins to put on. You never knew that she was a master of rope tricks, but she does dances inside, and she slides this loop all the way up and down her body, and then, like, furls it around her head, and she does these dances in and out of it. It's amazing. She's fantastic with it.
All right, Taffy May.
I forgot we had ribbon dancing at my college.
This might be
It's
your
the same
real
thing.
calling.
What's that?
This might be your real calling. I think the tonics and everything could be extra, but this,
Mm-hmm.
Taffy May, who needs a show girl when you've got a show Taffy?
Really? You think I'm good enough to be on stage?
I think you should own the stage.
My gosh, and then you can endorse your own product.
And you've got a bouncer, and I just point towards Calliope.
Well, I got some stuff to think about. I didn't really think about that. I mean, once I knew I was done, I thought it'd be nice to make everyone else feel beautiful. But what better way to make people feel beautiful than being applauded every night on stage? I love it. I love it.
Baba Yaga shifts in her seat a little bit, looking antsy, and she says, "We're almost in town. If there's anything else you'd like to do, you'd better do it now." And she just looks at
At the
all of you.
cupcake. Blanche, I feel like maybe now's a good time to carb up before a big battle. Do you have any cupcakes left?
Blanche and Bess have been sitting in a corner eating cupcakes this whole time. But I'll say that there's enough for everyone to have one, so she starts passing them around. Triple chocolate. I
Just
think that's
eat it
probably the best for preparing for a fight.
I can feel the sugar coursing through my veins.
Mhm.
I
Give
feel
you that
amped
adrenaline.
up.
I stir in my sleep long enough to grab one and chew it real quick and then go back to sleep. Get my
Falls
steps
asleep
back.
with just crumbs of chocolate in his beard.
As
Fantastic.
I walk over to Bess.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look Bess in the eyes. I know there's something in there that can hear me.
She burps.
Yeah, I know you're there. You've been talking in my head, and it's strange. But you haven't tried to kill me yet, so I respect that. Whatever you are.
I think Bess nuzzles the talisman that Blanche had given you the previous night.
Oh, hell, that's right. It's on
Mhm.
my neck. Ah, damn it.
Kind of pokes it with her nose.
Vicky, will you give me an investigation check as she does that?
Yes, I will. 6. Reroll.
I mean,
yeah!
we have
got
plenty things to
9,000 of them.
chat.
I don't want to say the number in case it's not good enough.
What is it?
14.
I saw it.
Okay, roll a religion check
Oh.
as you're looking at the amulet.
18.
All right. So, this amulet you hadn't noticed before, but it has something written on the back of it. It says Hatif. Hatif is many things to many people in many religions, but in a specific religion, it is a voice without a body. It's a kind of jinn. It is a personal name and the name of many. So.
Some cow.
Some cow.
And then you know what?
Oh, no. What?
Baba Yaga, do you by chance have some rags that I can have?
Rags?
Yes, please.
What kind of rags are you looking for? Do I look like a woman who would have rags?
No, you look like someone who might know where I can find some rags. You're smart. I just need cloth. I don't know how to be clever and smart like the rest of them. I stab people and ask questions without good conscience.
That answer I will accept.
Okay.
Go to, and she looks over on her wall that is covered in all of these beautiful green and purple drapes, and she points at one that has a gold leaf pattern on it, and she says, "Look behind that one." And you pull it aside. It's a broom closet.
Oh.
It has many different brooms.
Ooh.
Some fancier than others.
I take the ugliest broom in there.
Okay. There's also a ton of rags hanging on the wall.
Oh, I take the rags.
Okay, you
I
take the
some
rags.
All right, when we get to town, I just need to find some alcohol. Go and dip the rags in alcohol, and we're gonna have a party.
Oh, are we gonna be doing Molotov cocktails?
I planned this since episode 1.
Okay, let me Google Molotov cocktail D&D 5e. Maybe the internet will have something. Oh, it does? Did you know it does?
Yes, I did.
I'll accept this. I wonder if you're looking at the same one I'm looking. 1d6 fire damage?
Yep.
Dope. All right. You're ahead of me. Psh, I should know. I should know better.
Yeah. I was just gonna see if I can get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a nice DM. I'll probably let you.
Oh yeah. All right, screw these daggers. You got fire, baby. All right, Vicky's happy. Like, this is everything I ever wanted.
When you're looking at the rags that you pulled off the wall, you notice most of them look like pieces of clothing, but they're pieces of clothing that a little suspicious. Some of them have some kind of stains.
I don't have any moral quandaries. That's fine by me.
That's fair, but now you know. Looks like clothing from someone. Yeah.
Can you let me know when we see the town?
Yeah, I was just about to say, you're coming up on the town pretty fast. You see it on the horizon. It's just this span of desert and rocks and little shrubs, and you see a couple geckos pass by in the windows quickly as they're on their rocks, sunning themselves. And you see the town, and there's some wavering heat on the road between you and the town, but you see it coming into view and getting closer and closer.
Wonderful. As soon as I see the town, I want to put a big sky ride above the town that says this town is booby trapped.
Okay. All right, you do.
It's gonna mess with their head because either they're gonna go, "That's ridiculous. I prove that there isn't," but also then they're not expecting any sort of booby trap, and we are the booby trap. It's gonna mess with them. I know it.
Okay, you do so.
Yeah.
Yes, Calliope, did you want to do something?
No, I don't. What I'm doing in present moment is I am appreciating my hooves in a way that I never have before. In fact, I actually, I'd like to just give him a little shine because I really want to see him coming when I kick him in the face. And so I just am just taking a little bit of my bustle that I removed and just shining them up and making them look nice. And it's also kind of my debut into town because like I'd never been into town as a centaur before. So
that's right.
I gotta look good when I'm kicking these people's butts. So I gotta bring it, in more than one way. And then I'm good.
All right.
I just hand you a little polish if you need it.
Is this gonna do anything?
No, just regular makeup. It's not one of mine, I promise.
Okay,
It's just
I'll show
regular,
you.
but I know a little something about re-debuting.
I put some in my hair and just feeling good, feeling fresh.
Oh, wonderful. I didn't mean that kind of polish, but I like it. I meant like a hoof polish, but
Well, this isn't multi-purpose.
it is now.
My hair is slicked back.
It looks amazing. It's just like
Gorgeous.
this hard shell of
Like a
beautiful hair.
Baba Yaga laughs a little bit,
right.
and you hear under her breath, she says, "You Valley folk are so weird." Also, hello, Valley folk. Thank you for the raid. At this point, the house stops abruptly, and the whole thing kind of shakes a little bit when it does. And you feel it kind of sink a little bit, like a bus when it loosens the tension on its tires, and it just kind of sinks down. And Baba Yaga stands up, and she kind of dusts herself off, and she says, "Well, I have brought you back to town." The door opens with a wave of her hand. She doesn't even have to touch it. And you see the town pretty much right outside the door. And a couple of people in the town square who are going between shops stop and stare because there's suddenly a hut on chicken legs right outside of town. And Baba Yaga looks at all of you before she says, "One more thing I will give you. I will not stay for this fight, but I said I would aid you, and I will aid you. No, come over here. Take your pick." And she pulls back a green curtain, and there's this massive shelf full of little bottles. And there's a shelf up top where there are bottles, but they're locked up tight. But she points to a couple of shelves where bottles are just out in the open. They're corked. They're all different sizes, but they all have the same crisp red-looking liquid in them. And she says, "You will need this for your health, probably. I am assuming you may take as many as you'd like. No more than 20.
We take 20.
How are you going to carry all of them?"
I'm gonna stack a bunch in Bess's cupcake rack that she has in the back.
In the
Good
cupcake rack?
idea.
I am now
Okay.
going to fasten my bustle around my horse body
Mhm.
and create a sling.
Like a fanny
Okay.
pack.
Like a fanny pack. In fact, the first fanny pack.
Okay.
Let's see.
Anyone else taking them?
Yeah, I want to take off my hat and fill as many as I can fit in that.
Okay.
I snore out. I hope somebody wakes me up if there's ever some potions that we can hit. Huh?
Baba Yaga does not look at you at all.
I've got plenty
All right.
in my horse sling.
I'ma just trust Calliope on that.
I got the whistle, so.
Mhm.
That's true.
I take another feather out of my cap. It worked last time. And I tickle Reverend. It's time to fight.
All right.
So, because I'm a merciful DM,
Sneeze? Wait.
what you have is about 20 greater healing potions.
Greater.
Wow.
That's
Nice.
4d4 plus 4. I'm gonna write that down so I remember. But
Oh, I'm a silly taffy man. I thought you meant 20 each. Oops.
oh nope,
I was like, damn, you're
Nope.
breaking out a big fight.
20 total. I mean, I am breaking out a big fight, but you have 20 of them.
I will.
Okay.
So we each
That
have
will be-
4.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a whole lot, but you have a lot of them, and it does take a full action to drink your potion.
Does the fight appear imminent? Like once we exit?
You don't know.
All right.
There are just townsfolk
I mean,
gawking.
if they were already here, it'd be unlikely because we got a big old billboard saying,
You would know
Mhm.
that they were here. It looks like nothing has happened so far.
Maybe we have time to build defenses like a pit. I don't know a lot about defenses.
Let's
but
open
I've
this
fallen in a
pit
pit
up.
before, and it's not fun.
Pits are not fun. You might say they're the pits.
Blanche
Right.
hisses at you.
Baba Yaga just watches all of you
Get out of the house.
meeting. You get out of the house? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, getting out of a house with big bird legs is
It's crouched pretty close to the ground. It's about 10 feet.
Still, I'm sure the townsfolk are a little, I don't think they've seen this every day.
No, yeah, there's quite a crowd that stopped to look at what's going on, and they're rather confused.
Okay, I'm like looking out the window. Calliope, this is it. Most of the town is pretty much gathered. This is the moment to have your big debut. This is the first time. Everyone's gonna see you the way you want them to see you.
Oh gosh, you're making me nervous,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to hype you up. This is a good time.
Okay, do we see any enemies yet?
You just see townsfolk.
Just townspeople?
No.
Okay, Taffy May, give me some of that lasso work, girl. I'm gonna come in.
I'll be your opening girl. I'm in. Okay. And I bust open the door.
The door's already open.
And I do it anyway. It's the thought that counts.
You close it and then open it again.
Yes. And I'm doing the rope trick. And I'm announcing I'm gonna do at least a full minute of performance. Because I am an opening act and I refuse to be not good. So, but the whole time I'm doing a song for Calliope. You all know her. You love her. Get ready. She's bustle free and ready to bust into your hearts. And then I need everyone, if they have listened to me for a full minute, I want to pick out 4 creatures and 4 people. They need to make a wisdom save or they are fully charmed and listening to every word.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, make me also a quick performance check as you do this.
Okay.
As this is happening, Blanche just turns to the Reverend. They've already come out and turns to the Reverend and says, I didn't know we were supposed to come out fancy. Can we go back in?
Me neither. I was asleep, as you recall, so I had no idea this was going to happen either. But I say we just roll with it.
Clap, I guess.
It's a nat 20.
A nat 20. I'm not even. You know what? They automatically fail their rolls. I'm not even gonna roll for them. Yeah, you have 4 people in the audience. You see, Bert. You charm him like that, like it's nothing, and he is easily captivated. But now that you've seen all of these young folks in Monolith, Bert just.
He ain't it.
He's a little too big for his britches.
Literally, they're hand-me-downs.
Yeah. He's not as appealing as he used to be.
Well, you know what? I lean in real close and I whip it up into the air and I say, this is as close as you're ever gonna get to Miss Taffy May. And then I zoom up the lasso and I go into the little pocket. Because I don't exist to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then the floor is yours, baby girl.
That's my cue. And I drain the rest of whatever is in Vicky's bottle. I take a big old swig and I drain it and I say, ladies and gentlemen, me! I'm a centaur and if you didn't know already, that's something that is real, all right? And I will be handling any ignorance about myself with a big and swift kick to the face with one of my horse hooves. Thank you very much.
You burst out down into the dirt, and this cloud of dust comes up and surrounds you, and it looks magnificent, honestly. Your tail is floating in the air, and your hindquarters are glistening. The hair is just, it's beautiful and shiny, a gorgeous coat of hair. And you hear from the back, this person that you've seen before in the saloon just pipes up and says, I have an aunt by marriage that's a centaur. And that's it. Everyone's like, oh, cool.
I just start a clap.
And they look around like, oh, are we clapping? And they all start to clap as well.
Right. I feel like I could take on the whole world. Give me all these temple gang members. I'll take them on myself. I'm feeling the confidence.
Okay.
Bess can't clap, but she's stomping her cow hooves in solidarity.
Oh, cute.
Very sweet.
As the crowd rather, disperses, you notice the sheriff standing there. And beside him is Delphinia, and she's wearing like a leather apron. Yeah. She's got her sleeves rolled up. She must have been working on something. She's cooked up a little bit of a sweat. But they're standing there together talking to each other. And you notice Delphinia has something new affixed to her leather apron. It's a deputy badge. And Graves comes up with Delphinia beside him, and he nods to each of you, and he says, well, I assume you have a plan, and he kind of looks around at the house behind you, and the door slams shut.
Indeed we do.
Wait. What house behind us?
The witch's house.
The witch's
The
house.
witch's house. Okay, gotcha. Sheriff, see you got a new deputy there. While we were out on our adventures there in the desert, we discovered the betrayal of your current deputy. I'm assuming that you have discovered the same facts.
Yeah. We have heard rumor. I have a friend over in Monolith, the sheriff over there, and she let me know that Wyatt has been seen with the Temple Gang, so...
And not attempting to arrest them, I might add.
Well, Wyatt at the beginning was seen as the deputy of Dogwood, and when he left with a stranger, she didn't think much of it, but with time comes knowledge.
Fair enough. What is our plan?
We fight. Remember? We are all
I thought we were-
Troy, and then Vicky kills them all.
Were we gonna dig some ditches or something?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
gonna make a pit. And I dig like a little hole. One, done.
Delphinia laughs a little bit and she says, well, you know, I have some shovels. You need some shovels? I can help.
Yes.
That'd be great.
All right.
Actually, we could get the whole town to help.
I bet they would.
We could dig a pit at each of the 4 entrances, north, south, east, and west of the town.
All things considered, we should probably tell the town that they're in danger and people are coming to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that there will be several pits outside of their town, so try not to leave. Should we
Right.
put something over the pit, or will
the
they
sheriff-
just step around?
The sheriff speaks up and he says, I've let the folks know they're doing their last minute preparations. Some people have already left town because, you know, they're not here for a fight. They're just simple folk in Dogwood. We're just farmers out here.
It might be in Dogwood, but they were more like
Yes.
nothing. And I look at Blanche.
Well, if any of them want to help us dig these pits, we sure would appreciate the help. That's for sure.
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
they
cover the
may-
pits. Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
I
Go
was
ahead.
like, maybe we can cover the pits with a tarp and then a thin layer of dirt, so that they can't see the pits when they approach. I guess
can
I've
help.
fallen in a lot of pits. I know some pit stuff.
I think
All
that's
right.
a great idea.
Pit crew, let's do it.
Let's pit up.
I walk over to the sheriff and whisper, I was gonna say scaredy cats, but I didn't want to offend Blanche.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Them old folk, such scaredy cats, huh?
Yes. Sure.
Mm. And Delphinia pipes up and she says, oh, you know what? I have some linens. We don't have any tarp, really, but we have linens at least, and then you can lay those out.
Actually, if we
Have an idea?
Yes, please say your idea, because my idea is probably much, 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 much worse.
So, as of late, I have been reevaluating what makes me special and sparkly. So, if
Okay.
we need lots of cloth, we can use my closet.
Oh, that would be great. If we
I
douse
literally
it,
choked on my spit.
I know. I can't believe the words came out of my mouth and I felt them and I don't hate it.
Wow.
I'm thinking of, I'm thinking shorter and tighter, less ruffles, unencumbered. I'm taking after you, Calliope. I like it. And
I love this journey for you.
I rip off my skirt too, and I just have like a little flapper, a little number underneath, because there's a lot of clothing that's required back then. There's still a lot of clothes on.
Reverend, do you think that Taffy May is going to try to give herself horse legs?
Well,
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think her intention will be to give herself horse legs, but I wouldn't put it past her to accidentally give herself horse legs.
That's true. Okay,
Considering what we've seen so far.
Okay, yeah. Good point. Good call.
If she does, hopefully they will be to our advantage in the fight.
True.
So,
The sheriff looks over at Taffy May and he says, if you want to rally the townsfolk, you may want to do it. You may want to go give a speech.
I think it's ridiculous that they won't try to help. I'm just a simple makeup artist, and yet
They don't know
helping.
what's happening, ma'am. These are your townsfolk. These are your friends. They don't know what's going on.
I'm hyped up. There's a lot of breeze happening all of a sudden.
Well, you go tell them you rally into your cause, but remember, we're just a town of farmers.
That
They'll
don't
help
matter.
what they
You know
can.
how much guts you have to be a farmer? That's a lot of animals that could kick you in the face.
Well, I'm not a farmer, ma'am, but I believe you.
I just
See?
want to say the whole time Taffy May is giving an inspiring speech, which I imagine is about to happen. Blanche wants to fit in, so she's wearing a shift, or no, she's wearing adorable like kitty bloomers and like a tank top, but she's like trying to like lift up her gingham dress, and it's like stuck upside down over her head, and I just want that to be adorably happening in the background.
Absolutely.
You're also trying to disrobe.
Yeah. Well, everyone else is, and I want to fit in and also be empowered.
Heck yeah! I love it.
All right. It looks like there's a sizable amount of people still in the main area if you want to try and get up on a soapbox and rally people to your cause.
I'm gonna do it.
All right.
Go, Taffy May. Be yourself.
Thank you.
Step on up there.
I'm gonna
and-
have a couple of minor illusions just to make it look more showman-like.
Taffy May, do you mind if I assist you?
Oh, please do.
Do I have permission to turn into you this time?
Oh, yes, you do. You know
All
what?
right.
Last
Double
time I
digit.
was a little insecure, but I'm feeling a little good about it now.
All right, let's go do this, Taffy
Oh
May.
my gosh! Wait,
Oh my gosh!
I'm ready.
Me too. Let's go. Wherever you go, I go. I'm your shadow.
Oh my! I loop arms with you.
Lead on, Taffy May.
All right. Where are you going? Where are you going to do this?
Finding a soapbox.
You're finding a soapbox. Well, it would probably be in the general store. There's a couple of empty ones.
I go and purchase a soapbox and then I bring it outside.
Okay, you do so. Where are you setting it up?
In the middle of town square, right under the sign that says this town is booby trapped.
Okay. So that would be like right next to the well in the center of town. You absolutely do so. All right.
Yeah, and I think
Roll me a
Okay.
performance check and make your
Great.
speech.
I want to create a sound.
Can it be with
that's
advantage if I help by mimicking whatever she says?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, I would like to minor illusion. Let's see. Can I do my voice?
Yeah.
Oh, but can I just have it be my voice rather than like a lion roar?
Well, if you're trying to get people's attention, is that what that is?
Yeah, I'm gonna let out a couple of hear ye's, come hither.
Yeah. You could do
Together.
that. You could do a fanfare, a little horn fanfare. You could do whatever you want. Yeah. Just a short
Yeah.
little sound bite, yeah.
Trumpets.
Mm-hmm.
I want trumpets.
Angelic trumpets.
Angelic trumpets, but like spicy ones too.
Spice. Oh, okay, with a
Mhm.
little spice to it. Okay.
Yeah, a couple of wah 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 wahs.
One more time.
Wah wah wah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm doing a performance. Let's do this.
Mhm.
I've rolled 2 really well, so rerolls might be my friend. Let's see. Still not bad. 22.
The 22. And you did get your advantage from Vicky.
Oh, I did.
Acting out
I didn't know
behind
that. I forgot.
Yep.
It's still 22.
Okay. You have a very short amount of time. You all feel like time is not on your side here.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a short speech.
Okay. Vicky, you gotta imitate. Mimic.
I'm right with you.
There we go. All right. Listen up, everyone. I know that you might be scared, but this is our town, this is our dogwood, and this is about to be a Dust Bowl. And let me tell you, you do not let these pathetic, pickle-drenched, horrifying, boring, lazy bandits into this town. Do you know how, I already told the sheriff, do you know how hard it is to raise cattle? It's incredibly difficult. We live in the middle of a desert. We deal with hot every day, so we can definitely deal with cold hearts. So all we have to do is work together. Now, you do not have to be here fighting when they arrive, but you will help set up this town to be a death zone for them.
As you do this, Taffy May, Vicky, you're watching this, and at a certain point, halfway through, it becomes impossible to mimic her because this light begins to emanate from her. This gold shimmer, and there's this gold sunburst that appears behind her as she's speaking. And Taffy May, you don't see this at all, but you feel incredibly inspired. And you have a boon from the goddess Joaquin, who adds a +10 to this roll.
Oh!
There is a certain shimmer in your eyes of gold, and everyone in this town, lots of people in this town, worship Joaquin, the goddess of traders, the goddess of farmers, the goddess of merchants. That's what Dogwood is made of. The people, the goddess of the people. And everyone cheers loud as hell. You hear it shaking the buildings, and you think everyone in the town is on your side and going to help you build these ditches.
Now, everyone, Blanche is in charge of the holes, so do everything that Blanche says.
This massive crowd looks to you, Blanche, and the light begins to fade a little bit, but because you were touched by the goddess Joaquin,
Yeah.
Taffy, one of your eyes has a permanent gold glint to it.
Oh.
That sounds like a good stage name. The Gold Glint.
Golden
Scare
Eye
me a
Taffy
little
May.
bit, Taffy.
Golden Eye Taffy May. I sound like a villain. I kind of like it. How you doing, Vicky?
I'm good, Taffy May. You are absolutely radiant.
Thank you. I felt really good up there. You know what? I think I am meant for stage.
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to buy a show house.
You now have the entire town behind you helping to build you trenches. Blanche, where are you telling them to build these? You have the map of the town.
Probably at each of the road entrances into the town, at each of the cardinal points.
Mhm.
And then we cover them, and then I feel like they're going to enter through one of those. So yeah, those 4 points.
All right. It takes a little bit of time. While Blanche and the rest of the town has rallied together to do this, what are the rest of you doing? You have some time, to set up, because you still don't see them on the horizon. You don't see anyone approaching, but it's getting later in the day.
I
You're
am
about to hit
going
sundown.
to the bottle that I had. I'm going to smash on the ground, create a sharp instrument. And I also can cover a lot of ground fairly quickly, so I'm just doing loops around the town, just keeping an eye out, making sure people stay in line and don't take any breaks, dig in. I say, you can rest when you're dead.
Thankfully, because of how rousing Taffy May's speech was, they seem tireless. They know that their town is at stake.
So I am just keeping out an eye.
All right, we're gonna come back to you in a minute. Anything anyone else is doing? How are you getting ready? How are you preparing?
I'm going to since enough time has gone by, I'm going to refresh my animate dead on Mimica so that we have another zombie warrior on our side here.
Mm-hmm. She's come out of the house behind all of you, and you notice, Reverend, when you turn around to go to the house where you think she was, the house is no longer there. The witch's hut is no longer there.
Well, it's right here.
We have nitroglycerin.
You sure have something whenever you want it. Whatever that means.
Hopefully we won't have to use it, but
Well,
at
is
least we know it's there.
an old town? Do we have petrol here?
You have oil.
Nitroglycerin is... I mean, you can make it with oil.
Listen, y'all. There's only so many stats I have for D&D. I don't know. Look up glycerol for
I'm just gonna
D&D.
let you make it up.
Please. I'm already making up so much stuff. My
No,
brain
you're
has
killing
this
it.
much. My brain has this much.
Why don't we? I'll swing by the general store and I'll get some oil for you, Vicky.
Lovely.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. You
I'm
can
just gonna try to see if I
prepare-
can make a little bit of nitroglycerin. You can-
Sure. For your Molotov cocktails, you can prepare 5.
Oh, excellent.
Try to
All
do
right.
that on the edge of town there, though.
Yes, yeah. I'll be honest, I was gonna suggest you could leave it inside of Mimica, but
I mean,
when they stab her,
won't mind. That's an option. We'll stay close and figure that one out.
Oh, that's fine. This is how I've lived so
Mimica
long,
would
yo. It's
explode.
kind of shocking to me too.
Well, her spirit has already departed this earth. We're merely using what is left as a vessel temporarily
Listen
to
to
aid
them,
us.
Mimica. You are full spirited.
Blank stare.
She stares blankly up ahead. Nothing on her face.
Somebody else talk.
I'm mad at Gabe, not Vicky.
Do the diggers need anything? I'm still circling the perimeter, and I am available to hand out any refreshments, cupcakes, water. You know, they're working hard.
They are. Yeah, you can hand out some water and some lemonade if you like, or some spirits.
Hand out some spirits,
Yeah.
and I will also say, hey, free shot if you join the fight. Because I know there's a couple. I know there's a couple of them in this town that do love the beverage, and
Yeah.
if I can get them, and you know they also love to fight because those two things go hand in hand sometimes. So I would like to wrangle a couple bar patrons, a couple of the regulars, and see if they want to join the fight.
Yep, because I definitely have character sheets for all of them. I sure do. So, who else has planning that they need to do? I think we might be hearing a little bit of some Calliope's background noise. Just
Sorry, my husband is taking a work meeting.
so, does anyone else want to do any planning? The trenches are pretty much done at this point. The sun is getting low in the sky. You think you're gonna get sunset soon. Y'all good? Where are you deciding to post up?
Why don't we post up there by the well, and that way
See us.
we know if Calliope's going to continue to do the perimeter.
Mhm.
Any of us have a message?
I have an idea. I don't have message, but if anyone wants to hide with me, do y'all see what my lasso did? I like disappeared up into a little hole. Do you not remember? It was a big. I know Calliope was the main
Yep.
event, but okay. So if anyone wants to hide up in that hole, it could be a double ambush. I love ambush. So you see them walking by, they won't see us, and then we pop down and go, pop, you know.
Rise.
Where are you going to put that?
Well, I suppose just hope they come down the one that we posted out.
Right.
Which one are you posting up on?
Vicky?
There's 4 roads into town.
Vicky,
Yes,
Oh.
Taffy May.
I was just gonna say, if you were gonna hit this town, where would you come from?
Well, if the Temple Gang is as good as they think they are, if they are as big as they think they are, they have no reason to come in sneaky. Sometimes it's fun to just do a show of force. They might try to come up the main road because it's just so obvious that no matter what we do and what we try to do, we have no chance against them.
Vicky,
Yes,
make me a history check.
got it, boss. Tease me. House. 16.
You know a very simple fact.
Mhm.
They're coming from Monolith,
Mhm.
and Monolith is towards the east.
Mhm.
And you do know the Temple Gang is very self-assured. Because so far, they have not been caught. They've been able to bribe their way out of anything. They know they had the deputy in their pocket, so they know the layout of this town. They probably feel like they have nothing to fear, so they're probably just coming in on the main road from Monolith towards the east.
I'm probably just coming right in from the main road, Monolith on the east. They have nothing to fear, they have nothing to lose. They have the deputy, well, had the deputy in their pocket. They're bold and brazen, which means they are ripe and ready to be burned. Metaphorically, of course.
Of course.
Can
wink a bit.
Calliope make me a
Yeah.
quick perception check?
Yes, absolutely.
I can send you.
Sorry about background noise. I apologize. I live in a studio apartment. Let's see. Perception is. All right. 16.
16. As you are galloping around in town, checking in on people as they are finishing up, putting out the linens, and putting dust and debris over the top of it to make sure that it doesn't sink down, but everything is hidden, you notice towards the east a shape on the horizon moving closer. Normally, this would be something like a whale or a mail wagon. A whale. A mail wagon coming in from Monolith, bringing telegrams and packages. But you know this is the wrong time of day for that. So you notice someone approaching.
Okay, I get up on my hind legs, which is something that I was pretty reticent to do, before. And I get an extra look and I peep and I yell, "It's a flat town." My voice carries. I'm pretty loud. I say, "Somebody's coming!"
All right.
Are we going to do like a rope sneak thing by the east? Okay. Bess can't fit up there though. Bess, go hide behind the well, or just behind by this building. I'm gonna push Bess.
Which
by
building are you putting her towards?
Oh, I need to open the map. Hold on.
So towards
I'm
the
fairly
east.
certain they'll just think it's a wayward
Yeah.
Towards
Towards the
cow.
east
It's a
is
very
the
special
Albert
town.
and Sons Bank, the Dogwoods Cemetery. On the other side of the road is the Lucky Six Saloon and Inn, and then a
Ooh,
bunch of
yes.
houses. And you can put her in
there's
between
like
those.
there's like oh, there's a bunch of houses. So
Mhm.
are we going all the way to the east, like right by the pit? I imagine the pit's
Probably
like
a
Yes,
little
I think we
further.
should. I think we should
Yeah.
hide. I think we should hide on near the pit. So that
Okay.
if
Well,
we-
there are 2 houses that are just north of the pit. And so I'm going to put Bess in that little alley between them.
All right.
All right. I see which ones you're talking about.
Come on in.
Okay. So Taffy May creates her rope trick hidden pocket dimension. Who is going up in there with her?
I will hold the rope and I'll just sort of saunter over and just keep an eye and I'll swing it around. And as they approach, they'll probably want to go for me first because I look real innocent and they'll probably want to rob me or something. So I'm just going to stand at the perimeter of this hole,
Ooh.
holding the rope, and y'all can just spring out whenever you feel like it.
Just
The
so
rope
you're
doesn't
aware.
even need to be down.
Yeah, just so you're aware, Taffy May can pull the rope into the pocket dimension.
We're being
Oh.
fully invisible.
Even better.
Right.
A
That's
one in.
very scary to me, but I trust y'all will come back for me.
I got
The
an
carriage
idea.
is getting ever closer. You have very little time.
I got an
Pull
idea.
you up.
What if we did this? What if we put Mimica in the pit with the Molotov cocktails, so as soon as they fall in the pit, boom! What do you
Oh
think?
my!
I give her
like
3.
it. Chaos.
I like that.
Real short fight.
Yep, I give her 3. I like this.
Will she be able to throw them?
And she doesn't have to throw them.
She doesn't have to throw them. She can just light
She just
them
has to
off
be
and
there.
let them go.
Don't look at me like that, Rachel. Does she have to throw them?
Up to you. I'll let you do whatever you want.
You scare me.
A Molotov cocktail is a ranged weapon. To hit you will have to roll damage.
Okay.
But
We hold the Molotov cocktails, and since we're above where the pit is, we chuck them in, and we aim at Mimica.
well, no, then I guess we don't need to put Mimica in there, technically, because she could hide in here with us. We can just...
Oh,
They
she could
drop
be.
it.
She could
Honestly.
be the one that's drawing them, because they'll be like, "Hey, we know her."
Yeah, that would be very interesting for them to come and
Oh,
see
that would be nice.
their reanimated companion.
The
I'm
carriage
pretty-
is drawing ever closer.
We got
and time is
trouble
getting
here.
short.
So
Come on!
we put Mimica on the back side of the pit so that she's like wandering around. They see that that's their old companion. They go towards her, and the idea is that they'll fall into the pit. They
Yeah.
fall into the pit. We throw the cocktails at them.
Perfect.
Okay.
Crawl up my rope. Get in my pocket dimension.
Is everyone going in the pocket dimension?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll pull you up.
Yes.
You notice that most of the townsfolk have disappeared into their homes. They are scared. They have heard the stories and the rumors going around about everyone in the towns dying by the Temple Gang. Either you get out of town or you stay there and you die. The Temple Gang is notorious and they are merciless. So a lot of people are terrified. They take their children inside. They sit with their loved ones. They close the curtains. They lock their doors. They turn out their lights. So perhaps they will be spared. You are all in the pocket dimension and you can see outside. Mimica is the only one out there for a time. And then you see both Delphinia and Graves, who have no idea where you've gone, come and stand next to Mimica. They are looking around and they don't see you, but they do see the Temple Gang up ahead.
Can we like shout down to them?
I don't think you
Whisper?
can without opening it again.
You're
Let me
muted.
read the fine text.
It's fine. We can make a new sheriff.
What a
Made
very
new
Vicky thing to
deputy.
say.
Well, I mean, you got to assume the sheriff would know where the pit is, correct?
Yeah, he knows where the pits are. He helped
Alright.
dig most of them, but
Right. What did the fine print say?
It just says it lasts until.
you can't speak out of it, however.
No, you can't speak out of it, but it doesn't say you can't like poke your head out. I meant right, like
You
it's
would
just
have to
kind of
throw
a
the rope back
doorway.
down because the rope opens the door.
Guess they're going to find out pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right. The sun begins to set. Everything is cast in this amber glow. There's a bright beam of sun coming in from behind the sheriff and Delphinia. And slowly, this carriage comes up to the east side of town. And there is an autumn Eladrin, sitting in the driver's seat. And she stands up and puts her hands in her pockets, and she shouts out to Greaves. Well, howdy there. Me and my friends are just passing through. Is there a place that we could stay the night? And the sheriff and the deputy put their hands in their pockets. And they look on at them and they say, "No, ma'am, I'm sorry. We are expecting a full house tonight." There's a tense moment. And the Autumn Eladrin laughs a little bit, and you can tell it's a nasty laugh. It's someone who's in on a joke. And she says, "Well, don't you mind if we just post up in the center of town. We got some tents. We just need a place to rest for the night. I have to roll something for the sheriff. Hang on. The sheriff stares her down. And he says, "No, ma'am. I'm sorry. Our roads are too narrow for your carriage to pass." And of course, they're very obviously not. They're very obviously wide enough for two carriages to go side by side, but there is something in his voice that sends a shiver down some of your spines. There's a tone that he gets. The subtext is just, try me. The woman gets down out of the wagon and she begins to step forward. And I actually need her to make a dex saving throw because... Okay. You all watch as this woman who gets closer and closer to your little pocket dimension up top. You have a bird's eye view of this. You see the sheriff and Delphinia, and you see this woman leaving the carriage, and she puts a foot down. And you hold your breath. And you get a sinking feeling when she lifts her foot back up. And she scoops away dirt with her foot, looking down, and she sees the linen. And she looks up at the sheriff and she says, "My master, looks like you have a bit of a mole problem. You got some holes in your roads." And even from this distance, you can tell Greaves is sweating. His face is stern. But you know the sheriff. He's nervous. All at once, the carriage explodes into a fireball. And the Eladrin, cool as a cucumber, is going to try and jump over the ditch. And I am going to have to see... Ooh, she manages to, with a typical elven grace, jumps over the ditch to the other side. And she kicks behind her. The linen falls in. And unfortunately, Greaves and Delphinia are going to take some damage from shrapnel that gets shot from the barrels that were hidden inside of this carriage.
I knew Sheriff comment was a joke.
Are you sure it was? You see bits of flaming wood splintering off in every direction. They hit some of the homes that are on the sides of the road on each side, and the porches and the dry grass next to them begin to sizzle and ember and burn. They've begun to set the town on fire. Both Greaves and Delphinia take some damage as they are hit by this flaming shrapnel. Alright. You have all round. I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Is anybody directly under us at this point?
The Eladrin is very close. And if you want to, I would let you make a perception check on your turn if you want to try and spot. You know there are 3 other members of this gang. At least the poster children of this gang. And you do not see Jebediah Temple, the leader of this gang.
Hey, I got a
Reminder
12.
to everyone, we've got lots of rerolls.
You do. You have a ton of rerolls. All right.
I just used 3 rerolls, but I got a nat 20 for a 24 in initiative.
Nice.
Everything else was under 10.
All right.
Not doing that.
I got 21.
A
Ooh,
21.
okay, Reverend.
I got a nat 20 as well.
And Taffy May?
18.
18. And Blanche?
Oh, that's me. 22.
22. My goodness. Reverend, you got a 21?
I did.
Okay. So you're gonna go
Who
in
knew
between
rolling an
Vicky and the Reverend.
18 would make me the slow poke.
I know. All right. We are at the top of the round. You are all in a small pocket dimension above where the trench would be. You're a little far off of it, so if you fall down through this pocket dimension, you won't fall into the trench.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There is one person that you can see, and that's this Automaladrin. First up is, unsurprisingly, Vicky Warren. Vicky, what would you like to do?
I want to hop out of that Automaladrin. I want to stab him.
Okay. You shove the rope into this opening that you create. It drops down, and you can hop down and attack this Automaladrin.
Actually, you know
notice...
what? I'm going to throw my knife at them as I'm coming down. Continue.
Sure. You notice she has pulled a strap around her body, and she has a banjo. A steel-topped banjo in her hand.
Okay.
All right. I
Uh,
will let you have a sneak attack on this one because you're catching her by surprise. Behind.
is that advantage or nah?
Yeah, I'll let you have advantage.
Just making sure. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my feat sharpshooter to take a -5 penalty on the to hit.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have some fun, lady.
Uh-huh.
So that is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. All right. Cool. So this is the fun part. So a D4. How many D6s I get? 3D6. Cool. Okay. So that's 15 plus 4 for 19 plus the 10 from sharpshooter. So 29 points of piercing damage.
All right. You fall down from this opening and you chuck a dagger as you do so, sliding down the rope. You don't even have to make a performance check. It looks very impressive for everyone that's not paying attention. You chuck this little dagger, this handheld dagger, straight into her back, and it sticks right between her shoulder blades, and she lets out a cry, and you see her shoulders kind of pin back a little bit.
And
All right,
just
anything
very, very happily say, Legion is home, baby.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn? Bonus action or movement? I'd say you've used about 5 feet of your movement. Ish.
Bonus action, throw the offhand dagger just because I'm disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm gonna sharpshooter that one too.
Okie dokie. Roll the hit.
I like that it's because you're disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 20, kid you not, 27.
Nice.
All right. Do your damage.
I love Vicky so much. Okay.
I should have made these harder.
Nope.
I could.
So that is 17 points of piercing damage.
All total with all your bonuses and everything?
Yep.
All
So
right.
17 plus 29, so a total of 46?
A lot.
Does that sound right?
A lot.
46.
All right, you throw your second dagger and it sticks right underneath
46,
the bottom
yeah.
one. Almost like she's a target and you're trying to do that thing with the arrows where one arrow shoots and you try to shoot an arrow right into the other one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is
Robin
your
Hood.
turn.
Satisfying.
Satisfying. Blanche, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Blanche pokes her head down through the interdimensional hole and says, "Who's Legion?" And then she's going to use her little claws to scratch at her catnip ball and sprinkle the catnip on top of Vicky's head and cast haste on Vicky.
All right. Go ahead and let Vicky know what that does.
I do not have that in front of me right now, but it
I
basically
have
gives
it.
you. Oh, okay. So you're familiar. It adds to your AC and your speed, and you get an extra action that can be used for specific things, including an attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as my bonus action, Blanche is going to shout out through the interdimensional hole. Bess, I wish I had helped to protect the town from the temple gang. And you hear a distant moo, and then suddenly inside of the interdimensional hole, Blanche starts to float. I am using one of my
Just so you
elemental
know,
gift.
You are not able to cast spells inside of this hole. You're going to have to leave.
Oh, I did not
You're gonna
know
have to get
that.
out. Mm-hmm.
Well, then I will I will crawl down then as before
Okay.
all of this. And I hover over the ground using my elemental gift. Thanks to
Okay.
Bess. I will kind
All
of
right.
hover away from the danger.
Sure. So when you get down from the rope, you're about 10 feet away from this Eladrin woman. Vicky is 5 feet away from you and 5 feet away from the woman. So you can move back as much as you'd like.
All right, I will move back 20 feet. I'm not used to hovering though, so I would like to move back ridiculously, kind of spiraling in space, just hovering 5 feet over the ground.
Okay. Can you make
Oh no!
a dex saving throw as you are spiraling backwards ridiculously right next to a giant trench?
Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna use a reroll.
Okay.
All right, that's a lot better. An unnatural 20.
Okay, you almost slip a couple of times, and even though your elemental thing has you floating above the air, you know that you would still fall, and you'd still be that distance above the air, but you would be down a ways. However, you manage to right yourself, and you do some weird catapults backwards.
I'm mad at 2 of you now.
You're welcome. A free gift for all of you. You go backwards towards the side of town where the Alberts and Sons Bank is.
Yay, okay.
All right. That is Blanche's turn, Reverend. It is your turn. You are still up in that extra dimensional pocket. What would you like to do?
So the Eladrin's still standing?
She sure is.
All right, I'm going to jump out of the hole and I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on her at 2nd level.
All right. You cast a Ray of Sickness on
I'm
her.
going to use a reroll.
Okay.
How many rerolls can I use?
As many as you'd like.
All right. Not good. Not really liking this. There we go. All right. I used like 4 rerolls there. A 21.
All right, a 21 will hit. Just keep track of how many rerolls you use so that we can keep track as well.
Okay.
Go ahead and put them in the chat.
For 14 points of damage.
All right, you do 14 points of damage to this poor woman. She's looking injured now, but she is still standing. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Reverend?
Well, where would Mimica go in the initiative? Would she go with me?
She would go right after you, probably.
All right, well then I would have Mimica attack with a nice old zombie punch.
Okay.
Classic
So,
zombie punch.
Mimica kind of very ungracefully slides, or no, she's just in front of her. So Mimica steps forward, and without even rolling, you notice a spark of recognition in this Eladrin's eyes when she's looking at Mimica. Go ahead and have Mimica roll to hit.
All right, hang on 1 second. 1, 2. I had the zombie page open and now I don't. I'm so sorry, everybody.
You're good.
Really quick. Getting it. Here we go. All right. I'm just kidding. Natural 20.
All
Natural
right.
20 with a zombie
Mimica
punch.
Definitely hits. Roll your damage.
That would be... with the crit damage, that'd be another 10 points of damage.
All right. Mimica just kind of saunters up, no expression on her face, and slugs what was once her friend and gang companion. And the woman looks like
Brutal.
she's taken more damage than physical.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
All right. Anything else Mimica wants to do on her turn?
I believe that is it. I think she only gets 1 attack. So that's it. Yep. That is it.
All right.
Oh,
So,
oh no, never mind.
Yes. Yeah? Okay.
It is sorry. I was looking at defense. I thought if she critted there was something extra, but that's wrong. So never mind.
From around the corner of the Lucky Six Saloon, behind the sheriff and Delphinia, you see a tall figure that looks familiar. Wyatt, the Aarakocra who was once deputy, appears from around the corner. He has a bow and arrow out, and he is already aiming it. He casts something, and you all see this rune appear in the air above
cast counterspell?
Sure.
I use my reaction to cast. Oh, wait. Yeah.
I didn't go yet.
Yeah,
We're next in the order.
Yeah.
My goodness. I just am so excited to get out of this dimension.
No, we have a couple people before you. Okay. So, counterspell, read me that real fast.
Counterspell. So I see them casting, and I attempt to interrupt a creature in the process of casting a spell. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no effect. If it's casting a spell of 4th level or higher, I need to make an ability check.
Okay, make your ability check.
Okay, so the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Okay.
And my ability check, charisma, 24.
All right. Yeah, you successfully stop him from casting this spell, and in doing so, he turns and looks at you.
Uh-oh.
And you notice at his feet, he had already prepared several arrows that are stuck in the ground.
I puff up nervously.
Those don't move. However, he casts another spell on his bow, and he is going to roll to hit you. With a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Mm-hmm. He is going to send an arrow flying at you. It's going to do 13 points of damage as it sticks into your shoulder, sticking out from underneath this blade right here. As he does this, a hail of arrows appears from the sky. And you, Vicky, actually no, you're off on your own. So it's only you. You need to make a dex saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna use a reroll because that was a 1. Oh no, it was a 1 again!
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna fail that roll.
Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. You take 12 points of damage as a positive hail of arrows comes streaming down on you, Blanche, with a 1. An arrow sticks into the tip of your tail, and you are pinned to the ground. You're going to need to use a full action to pull that out on your next turn, and you cannot move.
Oh, I'm a balloon right now.
You're a balloon right now.
I'm just a tabaxi balloon.
All right. Let me see if Mr. Wyatt has anything else he wants to do. Actually, he's going to use a special ability. And with this special ability, he's going to attack again. He is going to attack the Reverend, who he saw fall down after Blanche. But this time just with a bow and arrow. Nothing fancy. With, 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take only 10 points of damage from this one, but you get stuck with an arrow as well. And that is Wyatt's turn. Next in the order. Around the jailhouse, you hear some kind of a shout. And something about it strikes fear in your hearts. You're not actually under the condition fear, but there's something primal about it. And those of you who have experience with barbarians, you recognize the sound. Coming around the corner of the jailhouse at a full sprint is a dwarf. And you recognize him from the posters as the leader of the gang, Jebediah Temple. He sprints all the way over to the main cluster of people where Vicky, where his Eladrin friend, Eudora, where the sheriff, and where Delphinia are. And he bursts in through all of them. He's going to attack Vicky.
What a scoundrel and a hunk.
With a nat 20 to hit. Vicky, you're going to take 21 points of damage as he swings this massive two-handed great axe right across you. You feel the sting of a cut opening up on your chest. Nothing new for Legion.
Uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge? All right. Uncanny dodge means you take half?
Yep.
Yeah? All right. You take half of that.
Cool.
As a bonus action... Actually, no. He's going to do that on the actual bonus action turn. He is able to attack again. This time he's going to turn around and attack the sheriff with the same... He just pivots. Okay. He manages to hit the sheriff with that attack, and you see him swipe up. Where you had been cut downwards, he swipes up, and he tries to go across the belly, where it's going to do the most damage. And you see the sheriff stumble backwards, holding a cut on his stomach as he takes another large portion of damage. With his bonus action, the Reverend, who is within 5 feet of all of this, you are confused as you feel something poke into your stomach, and you look down and you see a spike from his spiked armor. He almost shoulder butts you, and it hits you square in the chest.
Oh boy.
You're gonna take 6 points of damage from that.
All right.
And that, I believe, is all that Jebediah can do on his turn. He looks battle-worn already. He has a scar that curls his lip a little bit. He's missing a tooth. He has scars all over his face, and one of his eyes is a little bit clouded. This is a man who has obviously seen battle, and he has an intimidating countenance already.
Yes, you do.
Yes, he does. All right, Taffy May, it is your turn in the initiative. What would you like to do?
I give Calliope a hug up in the pocket dimension, and I can't wait to fight alongside you.
Oh, we've been working up to this moment our entire lives, something tells me.
I think so. Okay. Here I go.
Good luck, Calliope.
I slide down. And when I do, I look at the 3 bad guys, and well, how far away is Jebediah? Is everyone like kinda near, or like, what's that, darling? You're a little muted. You're muted.
Dang it. Reverend, did you move on your turn?
No, I did not move.
So unfortunately, the Reverend is right underneath the rope.
Oh.
Oops.
You can try and swing a little bit, but that's going to be a dex.
Okay. Well. Question. Along with the dex check, do how close are the enemies to us?
They're all about how high up did you put that pocket dimension?
Not far.
Yeah.
No, just to be
Like
able
10
to
feet?
yeah.
Okay, so they are like 10 feet at an angle, but all your friends are there as well.
Okay, great. I just needed to know for spell wise.
It's
how
just a
far.
cluster of people. So
Great.
just so you know, all within like a 10-ish foot, well, like 15-foot radius. You have Vicky, you have the sheriff, you have Delphinia, you have Mimica.
Right.
You also have Jebediah, and you have Eudora the Eladrin.
Okay, so then what happens is, since my eyes are clocked on the 3 bad guys, I just come down and sit on the back of Reverend's neck like we're playing chicken in a pool.
Mm-hmm.
And so that I can still maintain eye contact, and I'm very tall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm now sitting on the Reverend, and I cast Bane on the 3 baddies.
Wyatt is too far away for you to do that. He's all the way, if you look at the map of town, he's on the other side of the Lucky Six Saloon, so he's towards the center of town.
Got it. That was what I was asking about the baddies, if they were within close range, so not Wyatt.
Eudora and Jebediah are in that group of people.
Okay.
You can get them.
Okay, I'll get them, and unfortunately Wyatt is too far and too sexy.
He is actually. For an Aarakocra, he's very sexy.
Yeah.
Like, evil.
Oh, I meant the barbarian. I forgot about Wyatt. No, just the barbarian. He's smoking.
Is the barbarian? Mm-hmm. Oh, Jebediah.
Yeah, Jebediah. So I'm gonna cast Bane on Jebediah and the I can't remember her name, but the
Eudora?
spooky lady. Eudora. I almost wanted to call her Aldonza, and that's the other lady. Okay. So they have to make charisma saving throws, the 2 of them.
Okay. Jebediah. Well, that's a 5 for Jebediah. Let's look at Eudora. Eudora. Could you land, please? That's an 18 for Eudora.
Okay. Eudora saves, but from now on, Jebediah is rolling a D4 and subtracting it from all of his rolls, whether it's saving throw or attack rolls.
Gotcha. What's the, how long does that last? What's the duration?
A minute.
Okay. All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yes. While I'm up here, unfortunately this won't get to you, Calliope, because you're up there, but I would like to give a nice yeehaw whistle. I don't know how to whistle, but it's a nice as a signal of we are safe to the town people. Like, stay inside. And I'm going to be casting Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action. So the rest of you, on the other hand, get to roll a 1d8 for the next 10 minutes for all ability, attacks, and saving throws.
Excellent.
So add those.
Perfect.
And I believe that's all I can do, because I can't do a cantrip or anything like that. And I can't move. I'm on top of the Reverend, so...
Okay. Next in the initiative order. You feel this vibration. Those of you who have feet on the ground.
Tremors.
You feel tremors.
Oh.
As a massive figure appears, cutting in the alleyway between the jailhouse and the bank on that side of town. This huge figure, almost 7.5 feet tall, a Goliath, who you recognize from the wanted poster, comes running into combat. Cassius, completely pale, dark black streaks on his face, tattooed in, goes swinging. This figure runs right into the clump of people who are just hanging out, and... Okay. He is going to swipe at the Reverend. He's on that side of the group towards the northeastern side of town. Reverend with a strange double-bladed scimitar in each hand. He's going to try and do an X attack against you, going down each shoulder. The first one was a 23 to hit.
Wait, he didn't fall in the ditch?
The ditch is on the other side.
Oh, dang it. Dang nabbit.
The other one was a 14.
That will miss.
All right, one of them hits. So with this double-bladed scimitar, he is going to do 8 points of damage to you.
How does that work with me up there? I'm on the Reverend's shoulders.
Yeah, you are on the Reverend's shoulders. I mean, he's not attacking you. He's attacking the Reverend. Yeah.
He loves you.
Well, I mean,
I might be next.
yeah, you get the sense that maybe he's just attacking the base of
Right.
this little pole of people first. Okay. That is all he's going to do on this round. However, he does move backwards.
An opportunity attack?
Right.
Hang on, let me read something real fast.
We're all over that one.
Yes. Yep. You can go ahead and Reverend, if you have an opportunity attack, you can go ahead and attack him.
Do I also get an opportunity attack since I'm in the same square and he's also moving away from me?
No, because I'm going to give it to the Reverend because the Reverend was the one that was attacked.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're busy in the seconds that this battle is happening. You're busy focused on your target, which is Jebediah, who's in that direction, and this guy's coming from this direction.
Okay.
I'll take a swing at him with my hammer.
Alrighty, roll to hit.
Natural 20.
That'll hit. Do your damage.
Okay. All right. 13 points of damage.
13 points.
Nice little smack with the hammer.
With the hammer? Alright, your hammer connects on his chest, and you hear it clink against his chainmail, and he grunts as he moves back. He does take that damage. Alright. Calliope, it is your turn in combat.
Okay, I do have a question.
Yes.
Can you take a running start in a pocket dimension?
No, because now you have enough room to maybe swing. Actually, since the pocket dimension's only 10 feet up in the air, you're gonna have to shove Taffy May off of the Reverend because she's currently just right there. They're both standing here. The rope is here on their backs. They're in that 5-foot square that you need to get out of.
Shove us, baby. Just shove us.
I have a horse body. I can't jump. Oh, okay.
There's that much room. So that's even... This thing is 10 feet up in the air. Depending on how tall both Taffy May and the Reverend are, that's only about this much space above their heads.
Okay. May
You're
I
just
have
looking down and it's like...
may I have a moment to just say, clear the way before I charge?
Are you actually using the ability charge?
I am.
You will not be able to because you are up in a pocket dimension. You have to move down. Charge is a 30-foot, I believe, distance just straight ahead.
Yes.
You have to have 30 feet of distance, I believe, between you and your target. So you can use this on Wyatt, who is about 30 feet away from you, a little bit more.
Okay, I
But
do
you would
that.
have to. Okay, you're gonna have to jump down. You're gonna have to shove the Reverend and Taffy May aside.
Okay, I'm sorry, Taffy May.
All right. They
I'm
both
sorry, Reverend.
stumble. Taffy May, can you make a dex check for me?
Yes, I can. Honestly, I'm a little excited. I've always wanted to know what it would be like to be in a tussle with Calliope.
I am making lots of noise as I go, and I say, "Ah, come on!"
Uh-huh.
24.
24. You hop out of the way just in time. Reverend, you get just clipped barely by a horse hoof as Calliope comes streaking down from this pocket dimension above. Because I'm a merciful DM, that's your movement. I'm not going to make it your action. You can use your action to charge at Wyatt.
I do so. I charge, and I'm screaming as I do it.
All right. So you're heading at an angle towards, if you look on the map, number 5, where the Lucky 6 Saloon and Inn, your stomping grounds is. So for charge, go ahead and tell me what that does.
Okay. Let's see. What it does is if you move at least 30 feet towards the target and then hit with a melee weapon attack on the same turn, you can immediately make a hooves attack as a bonus action.
Perfect. So I assume you're going to go ahead and attack him?
I am going to go ahead and attack him, and I'm also going to reroll.
Okay. Roll to hit Wyatt.
Well, okay.
We got more.
All right, I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Okay, 18.
18 will hit just barely. Roll your damage.
I got a 9 and then a 10 and then a 12.
My god. All right. What's your damage for this one?
What's my damage? Bludgeoning is 6.
6 points of damage, and go ahead and roll your damage for your hoofs.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
You cannot re-roll on damage. I will let you re-roll for anything else, but not for damage.
Okay, then it was a 3.
A 3. All right. That is still something. You... how are you attacking him?
Oh, well, I run and I trample his ass, and then I still have the glass bottle from Vicky, and I slash at him, and then hit him with my hoof.
All right, you slash at him with this makeshift dagger of glass, doing a hefty amount of damage, and then you kick him square in the chest. He's still standing, but there's an imprint of dirt in the shape of your hoof right on top of his feathers.
Oh my god, I just had an idea, and I said, Taffy May, oh my gosh, we gotta get cute, like heart-shaped, like...
Leave your mark! I got it!
Yeah, okay. We'll brainstorm later.
Wow.
All right, anything else you want to do in your turn? Any bonus actions?
I don't think I have any more bonus actions. Well, what's per short rest? I can use a bonus action to regain HP. I'm good. I don't have any damage, so I'm good.
All right. And you don't want to move away? No movement?
No, I'm in this.
You're in it. All right. That is the end of your turn. The Eladrin dips out away from the fighting. She steps up onto the wooden porch of a house nearby. She's about 15 feet away now from the cluster of people where Jebediah, Vicky, and where the Reverend are. And she is going to say out loud in a very soft voice, "Sorry, Jebediah." And she points into the center of this group of people. I need everyone there. That's going to be Taffy. That's going to be Vicky. That's going to be the Reverend. I need you all to make con saving throws.
Oh, Lord.
You guys get to add +8, the 1d8s, because you're still bardic inspiration.
Right.
Right.
We're gonna need a re-roll.
Okay. I have some good news for all y'all. We are going to do a surprise episode 5 to finish off this battle. So I hope that y'all stay tuned for that. We're going to pick up next Wednesday at the same time, same place, in this exact moment of battle when Eudora cast this spell, this disgusting cloud that, by the way, smells like 1,000 cow farts. A stinking cloud, if you will.
You're gonna leave us with that?
I am. This is the cliffhanger. You are disappearing into a disgusting bright green cloud of 1,000 cow farts. You're welcome for that. However, before we leave, there is one thing I want to do. Blanche, as you are sitting pinned to the ground, looking at this arrow that's stuck in the poor tail, you feel inspired, and you receive a boon specifically for you. This is called the boon of quick casting. So you choose one of your spells that is from 1st to 3rd level, anywhere in between, and that now that spell, if it has a casting time of 1 action, you can choose for it to be permanently 1 bonus action instead. So you choose a spell, 1st to 3rd level, that is normally a full action to cast, and it will be a bonus action for you instead. So, on that note, a little bit of a cliffhanger. In the middle of combat, we are going to end today's episode, and we will be back with part 2 of the final showdown next Wednesday. Stay hydrated, folks. And also, happy Trans Day of Visibility. Let's go around. Reverend, we're going to start with you. If you have anything to shout out, go ahead and do it now.
All right. Later tonight, I'll be on my my stream, whatever you want, Wednesdays, right here, JasonCharlesMiller.com. I'll put it in the chat right now, and I'll see everybody else on Wednesday, next Wednesday.
All right. Lisa?
All right. I'm Lisa Penrose. You can follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all the places at Lisa Penrose. This Friday on my Twitch channel, we are starting for real our 2-part 10 Candles story, Requiem for a Cluet. So if you like tragic horror and characters so sweet, it'll be so that they make you cry. Definitely come join us 5 p.m. Pacific time, Friday over at twitch.tv/Lisa Penrose.
Woo! Miss Gina?
Hi, I'm Gina DeVivo, and you can follow me online at Pocket Gina. Go follow Q Times because the next few episodes that are normally our Star Trek episodes are going to be replaced with some really fun one-shots. So we're doing a very strange version of a Star Trek episode this Wednesday, and then from that point on we have Revity Domse is going to be doing a 10 Candles one-shot in the style of Bachelorette, and then Bonnie Gordon is also, the lovely Bonnie Gordon of the Library Bards is going to be doing her first ever GMing in a couple weeks after that. And I'm going to be doing a crafting show on there too. So we're just doing a bunch of weird stuff, and it's going to be fun, and check them out.
All right, moving down the line. Gabe?
Hi, I'm Gabe, Gabe James Games across the board. You can find me mainly on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. I'm going to be live on Twitch in a little bit, also playing with Rachel. We're going to be playing some Among Us on the new map. Rachel's probably going to kill me a bunch and then blame me for
I'm
it.
a bad imposter.
I don't believe she's already playing me. You can see it in her eyes.
So bad.
But yeah, that's me. Drink water and hydrate.
Whitney?
Hi, I'm Whitney Moore. You can follow me on Instagram at Whitney S. Moore. Don't you dare follow me on Twitter at Twitney Moore. And I don't have shit to promote. I have a newsletter that you can sign up for.
Hell yeah.
It's a really good newsletter, everyone. You should sign up for it. It's one of my favorite things to get.
Sometimes there's pictures of my butt.
Spicy. I like it. And I am Rachel Seeley. Girls Gets Glory just ended today. We had our finale, and I'm really sad, but it was really fun, and it was very emotional, and I made people cry, and that's all I want to do. I'm also an actress and a streamer. I'm on Sunny Seeley. Hee hee ho ho, that's me. I am going to be live in just a couple minutes playing Among Us on the new map. Gabe is probably going to kill me and then not feel bad about it. I'm just putting that out there right now. No sus.
I feel bad about it.
Do you? Okay, then I take it back. Maybe. All right. Stay lovely. We will see you next time. Drink some water. Remember, trans rights are human rights, and we love all of you. I think I can say that. We love all of you. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, thank you, by the way, for Calmer in the behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Just have to say thank you, Calmer. Say, everybody in chat, say thank you, Calmer. Say it.
Calmer.
I'm watching. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.